Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Well, That's Horrific, a podcast about anything and everything horror. I am your co host, Mr. S.
And I'm Tom Cruise.
And today we are going to be reviewing Chucky. So, wherever you are, if you're listening to this on the podcast or you're watching on YouTube, thank you for being here. We've mentioned this before. These are our opinions, our thoughts. So, if you like it, don't like it, or have your own opinions, please share with us. We would greatly appreciate it. But Chucky,
and just to be clear, this is season 2 of the Chucky TV show. We did have an episode prior talking about season 1. We were waiting for the season to finish before we spoke about season 2.
Yes, exactly. So we had an episode earlier about episode 1 because shows a little bit more difficult to do. Not difficult to do, but I feel like you need a little bit more content to kind of give your complete
100%.
Thought. So we did that, and we just waited for the show to finish. And last November 23rd was the season finale for season 2, and a lot of people have a lot to say about this season. And I'm actually very interested to hear what you have to say. And yeah, I want to get right into it. Chucky season 2. Don Mancini's keeping this going. Obviously, they were successful with their first season. They had a second one on the go, and USA and Sci-Fi have been, taking advantage of that. And I would like to hear your thoughts. So please, Tom Cruise, whenever you're ready, take it away.
I'm ready. I think I will pick up right where I left off last time I spoke about this. I said I didn't like the first episode. I said I wasn't a big fan.
You did say that. You did.
Of the season 2 premiere.
Right.
And it was mostly because it retconned pretty much everything that happened at the end of the first finale. So the season 1 finale. So if you last recall, Andy was in a truck full of Child's Play dolls, and Tiffany was in the truck as well. Chucky. There were like 3 Chuckies in the car, like outside of the boxes or whatever. There was a whole bunch of Chuckies, and it was all exciting. You didn't know what was going on. I forgot Andy's old babysitter had died. There was a lot of things that were going on in that finale. There was a lot of potential there. There was a lot of things that they could do moving forward.
Right.
Am I right so far?
You're right so far. I just want to point out again, spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched it.
Of course. As of right now, we've been just talking about the season 1 finale.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
So immediately, the show takes place. Well, the first episode starts off immediately off the end of the first one, and Andy goes back, shoots Tiffany in the mouth, or shoots her in the head. Her head explodes.
Yep.
He crashes the truck, and as far as we know, all the Chucky dolls die or exploded. So Kyle's the character that we knew from the last season, who died, or we saw die, or we thought died. I guess that's a bit of a spoiler. But with that being said, I just didn't like that. It seemed like they were going in a different direction. It almost seemed like to me like they didn't know what they were gonna do at the end of season 1, and then season 2 they were like, we gotta find a new setting, right? And then they did this whole. It's a school that Chucky went to. It's what is it exactly? Can you go into a little bit more detail?
It's a Catholic school that Chucky had went to. He's been having issues, obviously, in his childhood. Murdering his mom and all that stuff. And he saw a therapist, and then he was recommended to go here at this Catholic school where he can be, I guess, closer to God and hopefully be, I guess, healed from all his sins and all that. But
yeah. So I mean, immediately you go to this setting and you're now thinking like, what's going on? You get introduced to Devin Sawa's new character this season. He's playing the pastor or the father.
When I saw him, I'm like, dude,
he's playing a completely different character, and they do. Right. There is a joke, of course, or a pun on father and him. The fact that he also played the actor that was the father.
Of my father. That was the line that I had written.
There is a
pun. Just like, give me a break.
Yeah, there is a pun on that. Obviously, they just wanted to bring him back, and I have a feeling if they do a season 3, he's gonna come back as a 4th character, and we know it. It's almost like that American Horror Story thing where you have different characters played by the same actors.
Right. Right.
You get introduced to what is she? We see her in season 1, the therapist or the psychiatrist, or what's her name?
I don't recall. I think the mom may have spoken to her,
Yeah.
if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken,
Correct.
before her
Correct.
death. She
Yes.
spoke to her. She obviously knows the family, knows the kids,
Correct.
which is why they went to her. But
It was her
you were right.
orders
I
that
just want
got
to
them
point
there.
out that I think you were right. You had mentioned something about therapists that you were not really too, crazy about her. I
Yep.
think you assumed that she would be, what you
I mean,
call
to
it,
me,
kind of. Yeah,
I mean, it seemed pretty obvious to me that she
it
was
did. It
in on
did.
it
Yeah.
because it was basically her decision to bring them there,
Right.
and they even have so much context. I believe it's one of the characters mentions that this is where Charlie Ray went. So like
Mm.
they know to a certain degree that they're being set up. Not really how, but because obviously, I guess we should talk about the beginning, right? Or we briefly spoke about this last. The kid who dies with this bomb, this gas bomb. We did speak
Gary,
about
I
this
think his
previously,
name was.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was the stepbrother, correct?
Jake's foster brother. Yeah.
Yeah, Jake's
Stepbrother.
foster brother. Yeah,
Yeah.
foster stepbrother. Again, I feel like I'm reiterating the first episode, but to me, it got off to a bad start, in my opinion. I wasn't a big
Okay.
fan of how it started, but I understood that the first episode was the setup. This is what we spoke about. It was like the first
Right,
episode is the
right.
setup. They're trying to get us to the setting. Then
Right.
we get to the setting, and things are interesting to a certain degree, and then they start to take a weird turn. You have this new Chucky doll who's there just to kind of, or they realize that he's there to taking pictures of them, which I thought was interesting to a certain degree. But then you meet another Chucky doll who's this buff Chucky. I want to know what you think about that.
Okay, so here's the thing. I just wanna talk about the direction that this season obviously was headed, and that's everywhere. Like
Yeah, that's what
it's not just one spot. It's not one direction. It's everywhere, and you know, it's so tough because I'm not trying to say it's a good thing. I'm really not saying it's a good thing. I guess we'll get to it on like Don Mancini's vision, and what he's really like trying to do here.
I don't know if there was a vision for this season.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. This is why I wanted to hear what you had to say, because I don't. Anyone who doesn't, appreciate this season, or like sees it going all over these places, like they're lost or confused. I think they're right to feel that way. I think like there's a lot of evidence there to justify that opinion, right? But if you're someone also who thinks, damn, Don Mancini is, clearly having fun. He season 1 was obviously such a success that they gave him a season 2, and he's doing these things where he kind of like makes these things funny. He's breaking a lot of fourth, walls. He's going all over
I
the
actually
place.
like that. I like
I
the
like
breaking
that.
the breaking the fourth wall. I actually liked
I think it's such a different
the whole
type
Liv
of,
Morgan thing. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. The Liv Morgan thing, also like Joe's character. I mean, the Sopranos guy. Like I grew up watching Sopranos. I love the Sopranos, and they mention him there. Like that, I think that's great. The Jennifer Tilly, the liar that she's seeing on TV.
Yeah.
Like I think all of that. I think
I
they
hated the
understand what they're
mystery
doing.
episode. Honestly,
Yeah,
that house mystery episode was absolute trash.
Yeah, they I feel like I think it would have been better if they just made that probably its own show, its own thing. I'm being honest with you.
No,
I
I
didn't see
think you
any
hit the
tie
nail on the
besides
head.
Mika's, yeah, but I don't know. I think Don Mancini is
He's
good.
having fun.
He's having fun, but he's good at doing it. Like I'll be honest with you, yes, you can feel lost. Like a lot of things go from here to there. You're like, what the fuck is going on? I can't catch up. But it works. In a weird, messed up way, it works, and I enjoyed watching this trash. I don't know how to say it.
Listen,
it was good.
I can only say like I don't know. I guess the biggest argument I have here is like I liked when Chucky was on screen. Anything else was kind of like, what the hell was going on? That's what confuses me because I thought there was a whole storyline with what's her name? You just mentioned her. She's in a wheelchair.
Nika.
Nika.
Yeah.
I thought there was a whole storyline with Nika, but then they kind of
Yeah.
throw that away. That they're not doing anything with it. She's just hunting down Tiffany now.
Yeah.
There was a whole storyline there. She was possessed by Chucky, and
Yeah.
then there's a plot twist, but then there's another plot twist on top of that plot twist.
Mhm.
There's a big reveal in the end, but then there's another big reveal. I guess the same thing, but to me it was just I didn't see it didn't earn that, especially the last one. I was with the second to last episode, the big reveal there. I was okay with that one, but you couldn't sell me on the last one. The last one was a stretch.
The girl.
Yes, the whole
Lexi's
Tiffany
sister.
doll.
Yeah.
They sold you the whole thing with like, okay, the doll. Maybe Tiffany's gonna try to get back into the doll, and then it's revealed.
Right.
When she finally goes to do it, actually, yeah, there's the reveal of the little girl. Then there's the reveal that the doll is actually Chucky the entire time. How did he do that? I don't know if you want to explain it. I don't know.
That the doll was Chucky the whole time.
Okay, so how was the doll Chucky? Just explain that.
Which doll?
The girl doll.
The girl doll was Chucky?
The very end of the show. The big reveal that the Tiffany doll was actually Chucky.
Yeah, so I think that was like makeup or something made to look like Carolyn put makeup on the doll to make it seem like it was Tiffany's doll. I forgot it was the Belle doll. I think that's what the name of it was. But she looked closer and like she kind of like put her hand on it to smear it and it looked like it was obviously Chucky.
But I guess my confusion is, when did Chucky get into that doll?
He didn't get into that doll. That's Chucky. But the way he was dressed. So here's the thing: Chucky killed he didn't kill her, but he switched bodies with the therapist, right?
Correct.
He ended up escaping. Then he went to the.
That was the first twist.
That was the first twist.
The first twist in the last episode, in the very last episode, because the episode ends and Chucky's getting killed. The second to last episode, Chucky's getting killed.
I thought was beautifully done. I honestly didn't. I didn't know that was the what you call it. I didn't know that was a twist at the end. I wasn't.
I mean, I didn't know it, but then she started laughing in the car, and I was like, okay.
I'm talking about to that point, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that everybody came, and the fact that it was Andy Barkley, this is the one who shot him and like killed him. I thought that was so poetic. I'll be honest with you. I thought that was really great. I think they did that really well. And I think that's one thing I really appreciate about the show, good or bad, is the fact that Don Mancini has done something before, and I mentioned this for season 1. He brought back every character possible related to the Child's Play franchise.
That's the only thing that I'm actually excited for if they were to move this forward, is that they could bring back other characters.
Exactly. And like he gives everybody a story that works for them. Like every story that they have, it works for them. And I thought that was like, where have we seen that? Like in today's age, at least. No,
but nothing's been
the movie.
I know, but nothing's been around for that long. To be honest, too. Like
no. What I'm trying to say is, like Halloween, for instance, right? Halloween 2018, they had to disregard everything else, right? They continued straight from Halloween.
I know what you mean. I got you.
Yeah, so like that. Like he's like, no, I'm not going to do that route. I'm making a TV show, which is hard to do. It's not a movie. You got to keep this story going.
Yeah.
And I'm going to include everybody that's been a part of it. And like this season 2, like the twins, which honestly annoyed me. I'll be honest with you. I was very annoyed with them. Like anytime they were on screen, twins are trash. It's just like, it looked like that was just filler.
He got back in the fucking doll.
And then to go to London, like what? Like but that's
what I'm saying, that the storylines, you say that every character got a storyline, but it's kind of pointless. But wait. So like Nika's storyline was pointless. That storyline with the twins was kind of pointless. Tiffany's storyline, which is the same as basically
Nika's storyline was needed. Nika's storyline was, even though it was pointless, it was needed to tie the ending. You know,
they should just kill that character. Is she in the show just because she's Brad Dourif's daughter?
Her legs are chopped off and her hands are chopped off. Like,
I know, but at this point, she's only in the show because she's Brad Dourif's daughter.
I think she did a good job, though.
No, she did it great. I loved her. If she, this is gonna sound terrible, but if she had all her limbs and was actually doing something, that would be interesting. Yeah. But her, as basically a character in a wheelchair, just I guess hunting down Tiffany and see how far that gets along. But wait, so let's go back a little bit here. So Chucky gets into the therapist.
Right. So Chucky gets into the therapist, goes back to the therapist's office.
She had a Chucky doll. Which to me is a plot hole, because they said that she had said it earlier that was the last Chucky doll. Unless she was lying the
She
entire
was
time.
lying. She had to be
Okay,
lying.
but
'Cause she
why
was
would if
obviously
she was
not.
lying? Why was she there in the first place? Because she was only there because that was the last Chucky doll.
No. So no. Do you understand the therapist's whole point for this? Her whole reason was to get the prime Chucky, which is the original
Yes,
Chucky,
Chucky.
out of Nika.
Correct. But
And
they wanted that doll because
Mhm.
she had said it was the last doll. But if that's the
Mhm.
case, she didn't need the doll. She didn't need none of the kids because she had her own doll. But okay, let's ignore that plot hole.
Okay, let's ignore that. Okay,
Let's ignore
you
that.
make a good point. You make a good point. Let's
Let's
ignore
ignore
that
that.
for
She
now.
gets he gets inside that doll, right?
Right, right,
That doll is the one that goes to hunt the kids later on
right.
and
Buys a chainsaw, tries
gets
to go against
killed.
them. Yes,
He kills what's her name's mom.
Lexi's mom,
He kills
Michelle.
Lexi's mom
Yeah,
straight down the middle with a chainsaw. Cool, whatever.
which was
Super bloody,
yeah,
super
and
bloody,
then
and
yeah,
then the chainsaw gets reversed on him and he gets killed.
right.
So how is his consciousness now get passed over to the other doll?
Yes, that is the question. That is the
Unless
question.
somehow that wasn't Chucky Prime and there was another Chucky and then
Yeah,
but it would only make sense that the Chucky that was hunting down Lexi was Chucky Prime.
yeah.
And then now this new Chucky is not Chucky Prime, it's a different Chucky. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no. These are great questions to ask because I do think
Because
that
that doll was there the entire time.
because that doll was there the entire time, and we don't know who it was, and obviously, the way they had set up the scenes made it seem like that was Chucky, like that was the original Chucky, and um, my only thing could be was what you like. My only answer to that is the fact that it could be what you said, that it wasn't Chucky Prime, or also somewhere along the lines I don't know. I really don't know. He put himself in another doll.
But he can't be in two dolls at once if there's only one Chucky left. You remember,
What if
he
it
can only
wasn't?
be
That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, what if she had another Chucky or something?
so. But okay, so we know that the one that got inside the therapist was Chucky Prime.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm having a thought here. I'm having a thought. Just a thought. What if he went upstairs? Because he said, because remember what he said to Tiffany in the house with the chainsaw? He goes, I'm going to kill those kids except Caroline because she has potential. Remember when he said
Yeah.
that? So maybe he went upstairs, saw her, transferred a part of him into that doll.
But that's the thing is he's never done the whole part of him thing, right?
Yeah, he has with the other ones, no?
But I thought that was whole. I mean, I thought that was the whole plot of the first season.
Yeah.
Like he needed all of them to. He needed them to get a kill. So
Yeah, but maybe he's gonna start from scratch. I don't know. Don
They'll explain
Mancini
it
does this a
somewhere.
lot. Don
Yeah.
Mancini does this a lot, and I think he does it purposely too. I think he likes to hear probably what people have to say about it and kind of probably use whatever's best for him.
he'll
But-
explain in the next.
No, you
season
make
if
a
there
good
is one.
point. You make a good point and ask a good question here. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see if there is a season 3. For me, you asked about the buff Chucky.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get. To.
I think this is just one of those scenarios where he's trying to have fun and it'll be a little bit different.
And then
know,
what is it? The captain? What do they call him?
The colonel,
captain?
the colonel,
The colonel.
the bald guy.
The bald
he's like,
Chucky.
he has like a little different.
Don't
dialect.
talk about his hair.
Yeah, he's a little different dialect.
I like the colonel, to be honest. I thought it was.
I
funny
liked him
until he died.
I liked him. I just didn't get his I don't get why he was needed. You know, they made him seem like a big guy. Obviously, he wasn't.
Oh, that's my whole thing. Is they made it seem like he was a big character and they killed him like nothing.
Yeah, because they made him seem like because he obviously had something against Chucky Prime and he didn't want that and like he wanted to be the one in charge and he went to the therapist to take him there and all that stuff, but he just died mad fast. So I didn't really get that.
Yeah, that would have been potential there if they did Chucky Prime versus Chucky. But.
Yeah. And here's my question. So the buff Chucky, I think it's funny. I think it adds an element of fun like to it. How strong is Chucky with like regular Chucky? Like that's my question. Before
He's always
like,
been slightly stronger than.
He's been slightly strong, so it's like I don't know, like 4 or 5 people have to hold him down for an exorcism. Like,
but
so.
I've also one of my big gripes with this season, and you tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
They made Chucky look weak. So, for example, Lexi grabbing Chucky and just holding him down, and like nothing. They made it seem like every other Chucky movie, he's made like he's hard to grab and just put him down like that.
Right. But that's why I'm asking this question. The reason for the question is the fact that like I don't know. I feel like they pick and choose when Chucky's strong or not. That's my thing, because you have 5 people trying to hold him down for exorcism, and then you have Lexi holding him like no problem. Like I don't really understand that part. But I do know that they made Buff Chucky look absolutely insane. He looked funny and jacked, and
he had a different voice too.
He had a different. Yeah, my thing is this: the nice Chucky. Obviously,
I was gonna say, what do you think about good Chucky? Whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, the good Chucky.
Did they even baptize him?
Yeah. So my thing is this: was Chucky playing them all along? You know, because obviously there was a little bit of like a conflict between Jake and Devin. Devin obviously believed that good Chucky was not good Chucky at all, but Devin's like, no. I mean, Jake was like, no, he is good Chucky because he saved my life, blah blah, because he fought the buff Chucky and he killed him.
I thought the girl that he killed was a good character up until they killed her.
Nadine?
Yeah.
Nah, I thought that's one thing I do appreciate about this season. I definitely think the kills are like great. I do think the kills are obviously high in number compared to the first season, which is good because it kind of gives you the idea that Chucky is still a killer, and you know obviously that's what we want. The tone, it's so funny because Child's Play was more of a serious tone.
100%.
100%. And then you have the season Chucky, and it's just so. I mean, season 1 and season 2, and it's just so different. It's like 180, and it's so funny. Like it's like Chucky's. We all knew Chucky was funny, but this is just so different. Like they're just doing anything at this point, and Chucky has some funny.
Well, here's the thing: is I think if I agree with you, but if you really think about it, are you talking about Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky? Because those were just comedy at that point, right? He wasn't even
true. I guess
that was pure comedy.
True. I mean, I am mentioned Child's Play 1, 2, and 3. I guess Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky are a little bit more different.
But,
you're right.
But that's why I say like the show would be somewhere down the middle. If you count those two movies, it would fall somewhere down the middle. It's not as cheesy and corny as Seed of Chucky and Bride of Chucky.
No. I think the dialogue here is definitely questionable for the most part, but it just, I don't know, man, it works. I feel like you have to have a brain. Like a specific part of your brain programmed to understand Don Mancini's Chucky. I really do. And like that's just like that anything can happen. Like anything can happen and just like accept it. And obviously you don't want that in a show, but the fact that it is Chucky and the Chucky being this character that's funny and like da de due bella whatever that shit is.
Yeah.
So it's like yo, you know.
I mean the thing about it being a show is just that itself. It's just that I feel like the movies are better. There's no,
of course.
Like if it was up to me, you keep on making the movies. Once you're making a show, and it's obviously the tone of the first season was also the same to a certain degree.
Yes.
We were okay with it, but I think now they kind of went all over the place, and
yeah.
I stand by with. I don't know how long they can keep this up for. I know that after the show ended, it was trending on Twitter for a while.
Right.
Hashtag renew Chucky. I saw that on my trending for a minute. It might still be trending because they haven't actually confirmed the season 3 at least last I checked.
I think they gotta wait a little bit more and to figure that out. By the way, shout out to whoever runs Chucky's Twitter account. That is such a funny account.
Yeah,
and it's worth a follow. I'm telling you,
100%. They really sell it, and the whole Liv Morgan thing.
They do.
I guess breaking the fourth wall, and then commenting on everybody pretty much
because she just wanted to be there. She said in the podcast, and like I just want to be killed
by Chucky.
And like I feel her. Like if anyone's looking at me, like I would be brutally killed by Michael. Like if you're out there, if you're doing a remake or whatever, like I'm here. Like you know where to find me. Well, that's horrific.
I guess that if I had to pick, I'd like to get killed by Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
Machete. I'll take a machete to the chest or something.
Yeah. But no, I really mean it though. Like, do you think he was playing them the whole time? Like, it's a serious question for me.
I don't know.
He was vomiting after he did kill Buff Chucky, right?
Yes, I think the truth lies somewhere down the middle. Where initially, obviously, he was bad. He was never like he was converted good with the whole Clockwork Orange thing, making him watch whatever the phone or whatever. Yeah, they brainwashed him. But then I do think that he was good to a certain degree. It's still a shame on Jake for believing in him because you should have known that there was. I think it eventually just wore off.
Right.
That's what happened.
There was a point where Devin had said, "Oh, look, he didn't vomit," or I think it was Jake. I'm not sure. Maybe Devin
Yeah,
actually. And
he
I
didn't
think that's
vomit. Yeah.
probably where the turning point was, where Chucky realized, like, "Yo, I'm still me. I'm still badass. I can kill and do whatever I
Yeah,
want."
it started wearing off.
Yeah.
But I do like the voice he was doing when he was good Chucky.
Yeah. He was a
He
little
was
bit
like
like
trying to
trying to
be
be
innocent.
sweet. Yeah,
Yeah,
sweet and innocent, and yeah. No, it definitely it was interesting to see. It was definitely interesting to see. I don't I don't like the whole religious aspect, to be honest with you. I think it's weird. I'm being honest. Like, I'm not trying to like upset anybody or anything like that. But you're in a Catholic getting baptized, and then you have a lot of like, you know, they them's over there. You know, it's like what message are you trying to send to your viewers? I know Don Mancini himself is, you know, openly gay, which is, you know,
hmm
fine, not a problem. But what message are you trying to send? Like it's
I don't.
too. I told you this
You think
before,
it was
and
too edgy? Maybe.
yeah, it's too edgy, and I've told you this before. I'm not a fan of religion, any type of religion, any not just, you know, Christianity, any type of religion that's thrown into your face, because it's like it becomes about that, and like it takes away from the
I mean,
story
I
itself.
told you that from the jump. I didn't like that they were going that route since episode one.
Yeah, you
I
did say that.
called
You
it.
did say that.
I
You did
called
say
it. I
that.
was like,
Yeah.
I prefer them not do this setting. Honestly, my favorite setting of any Chucky movie, um, was the asylum. Actually, was that
Yeah.
the Curse of Chucky?
Yeah. And it's like what was the payoff for that? Like, I'm trying to
There
figure
was
out what
no
was the
payoff.
payoff, because
Nadine's
there
death.
wasn't. Maybe the exorcism, but like they
The
could have done anything
Exorcism.
different.
Nadine's death. That's it.
Yeah. Also, like, Nadine was a little bit annoying. Like, she had her moments, I'm not gonna lie, but she was definitely was a little bit annoying. So that was that.
They have a thing
My
about picking redheads that they're like. I don't know if they were like trying to. I don't know. I thought maybe what is she gonna be bad too now? I'm like,
okay.
and
Oh, that's a great
now
spec.
there's new
Yeah.
teacher. They brought the teacher back from season one, and she happens to be a
Yeah.
redhead.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
they really play. I'm 100% sure that there's something to this whole redhead thing. It's actually like, I guess, pun intended. It's a red herring. So it's
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
where like just because Chucky's a redhead and you see another redhead, you get like triggered.
Right.
Look at his daughters, right? And
Right.
then
Right.
now, what are they in? They're in what's their name again? Oh, Gigi now.
Gigi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
I hope
thing
we
that I
never see
wanted
her again.
to
Don't see them
another
again.
yeah, I don't I didn't
It
really
was a
like
trash character in Season Chucky, and it was a trash
yeah.
character in this show. I'm sorry,
Um
Tiffany. What a shame they didn't use the doll after all of that. Tiffany was just they brought back the actual what do you call her the actress, what's her name?
Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah, Jennifer Tilly. They brought back
Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly in the
Yeah.
doll, which was
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
but they didn't do anything with the actual Tiffany doll. Like, I want the actual Tiffany doll. Like, I want her to kill somebody or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I wanted them to team up again, maybe. I don't know.
I
They
think
just, what was that? What was
yeah.
that?
I do think that um it was good to see, you know, her story from, you know, Seed of Chucky. And where she's been. Obviously she's been locked up doing everything because she's trying to pay her checks and, you know, look at her
Yeah.
mail and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. I think I you know, Jennifer Tilly's character is obviously a very like sophisticated but also very like annoying character, but she does it really well. I think she portrays that character really well, you
I
know.
don't have any complaints in terms of her performance or anything like
Yeah.
that. I think it's more so like, I just don't like where they're going with her now with
Yeah.
um
I
this
don't
chick
think she's
hunting her
dead.
down. I don't. Oh, we don't see her die. No,
No,
we just
well,
see Chucky.
we kind of do. Chucky kind of turn like the doll turns into Chucky, and then like he kind of goes in for a stab, and like it drops into like
I
the
don't. I don't
Chucky closing us out.
watch. What's her name? Save her or something.
I don't like her. I think I've said this to you. I've never liked her. Like I
Who?
always got a vibe from her. I always thought she was a little bit like, you know, peculiar. I was like, you know, something's gonna happen, and this is what
Who?
it is. Caroline,
Oh yeah.
Alexi's sister.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
It is what it
yeah.
is. I mean, it's
I do.
Caroline. It was always meant, I guess, for her to. I do. I guess the only thing that I like is that, like, exactly what you said is like you always got some weird vibe from her, and
Right,
now this is the explanation. I like that there was some sort of payoff, right? It wasn't like you
right.
just got a bad vibe from her and she ended up doing nothing. They gave her somewhat of a story, even though she was only in like 3 episodes.
Yeah. Um, one thing I did also want to point out is the fact that Chucky in Child's Play could never switch bodies with Andy. Like any opportunity he had, he tried to capitalize on it, but obviously it was unsuccessful. And here he fucking does it in like 2 minutes, like after like the exorcism.
Oh
And it's
no,
like,
it's a
bro,
lot more dramatic in the movies.
oh,
The
a
fucking
lot more.
clouds,
The clouds
thunder
and thunder, yeah,
is like
exactly,
fucking 10 minutes of him
exactly. And it's just
chanting
like,
and nothing.
yeah, and it's whatever. But and also like it's crazy to me that we can't. We're here to a point of season 2 of Chucky where he doesn't want to switch bodies anymore. He just wants to rule, which is interesting. It's a very interesting concept, and
Yep.
the fact that they commit to this is probably what keeps the show going. I'm being honest with you because before Chucky was announced, I'm like, how are they going to do this? What's the story going to be like? And then they tell you what it is. Um, I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know if I
I'm
want a
on the
season 3.
fence. I'm on the fence with this. I'm on the fence. What'd you say?
I said I don't know if I want a season 3. You want a season 3?
Like I said, I'm on the fence with this. I don't know if I want to see a season 3, but season 2, it obviously was all over the place. But I enjoyed it. I'll be honest with you. Doesn't mean that it's great for some people. I still enjoyed
How
it.
many
I still
episodes
saw
were there in season 2?
8.
8. Out of those 8 episodes, damn it, I want to say I like 3.
3.
Bro, the Tiffany episode was terrible. The second to last episode was good. First episode was not my cup of tea. There was the episode right before the exorcism. There was the Colonel episode, or I mean the Buff Chucky episode reveal. There was like 2 episodes with Tiffany. I didn't like any. I think I stand by that. I didn't like anything that when Chucky wasn't on the screen, and there was an episode where Chucky wasn't on the screen until like the very end.
Right.
I think I stand by that, man. I just like Chucky on the screen.
That's fine,
It's got
man.
to the point where that's what it is.
That's fine, man. That's fine. But again, like I feel like Don Mancini was just he had a vision and like he I think he like created something that said, "Yo, you gotta understand what I'm creating, and if you probably don't, you might not like it."
I'm gonna call it the Godzilla syndrome, where you just want to watch Godzilla, you don't care about the human storylines.
Okay,
And I
that's
think
fair. That's fair. That's
I
fair.
think I go into this and I'm like, just show me Chucky.
Hmm.
Anything else, I'm not interested.
Right.
I'm not interested in the storyline of the kids.
Man.
I'm not interested in Tiffany. I'm not interested in Nika.
Right.
Just give me Chucky. And because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and say season 2 was not my cup of tea. Season 1 was much better, and I would rather them just continue on with movies. And it's tough now because once you start something like this, I don't know how you go back, because now you get put in a situation with where like
talking
if they,
about Don Mancini, bro. He's done crazy.
okay,
things,
but I know, but let me tell you something, right? Let's say they did want to go into a movie, right? Are they going to bring back the kids? No, they're going to have to. I would think that they're going to be like, we're doing something without the kids, because that was a TV show thing.
Honestly, I mean,
You don't want the kids in a movie. No, that would be terrible.
Right.
I would. I still stand by that. I probably would. Yeah, props,
especially
whatever.
Zachary Arthur, who plays Jake. I mean, all of them, honestly. But he
Jake and
matured a lot as an
Lexi
actor.
were good.
Yeah, he matured a lot as an actor. I thought he was great. Devin
I
was
thought
a little
Jake-
bit more scrawny and a little bit more like stiff. I was like, fine, whatever. But
Jake surprised me in season 1, to be honest. I didn't think I was gonna like him, and he did. His performance was better this season than it was in last. I'll say that.
I agree.
For sure.
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Lexi did a great job.
Yeah.
I didn't like her storyline either with the whole drugs.
What the drug thing? Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that
bully.
if you're like trying to stop, you can't just really do cold turkey like that. At least on her end.
And how old is she? Again.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I think they can bring one kid back. Just because like they're obviously known for.
I think the proper way to do it, and hear me out, because it's me always to say something like this. You know what I'm gonna say coming next.
Crazy.
If I'm Don Mancini, and they're like, okay, I don't get the season 3 renewal, and I want to make another movie, and I want to continue, because the tough part here is you can continue the last movie, and that's not gonna be a problem. But since like you mentioned, he likes to continue everything. You want to keep the show as canon and not do any other retcons. I think the proper way to do it is to kill off the kids, like early. Continue, move it forward.
You know,
I think that's the only way to do it.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I'm just saying if they don't do it,
if they do it, right, I hear what you're saying. But if they didn't do it with Andy Barkley, I'm not sure they're gonna do it with Jake Wheeler. That's just me.
Don't compare Andy to Jake.
I'm just saying, like, they're obviously the protagonists here, so I don't see that happening. I wish I would like for them to be successful. For me, I'll rate it for you right now, and I just want to like kind of recap it a little bit. I really do like that they brought everybody back. I really do. I think there's something about
you like that great. Kyle was still alive. I don't like that there was no commitment to any of the characters dying. Like they're all just bulletproof at this point.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised. They have
super
about the
plot armor. Yeah. They all have plot armor.
Yeah,
but like the fact that Kyle's still alive is crazy.
Look, I like
Andy's
that
being still alive is crazy, but Kyle's still being alive.
I like what the fuck was up with that? They must have some like holy medical team because Andy's leg was like gone, and he's like walking no problem.
Listen, you're the one giving your rating. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I do think that I appreciate all the characters being back, everybody having a story. I do appreciate the fact that the kids were better. I do love Chucky here. I do think he's a lot funnier. I do think the kill count was higher. I do appreciate Don Mancini's weird, what you call it, fourth wall, weird, like, moments, transitions. I thought that was cool, and I understood it, and I thought because I understood, I thought I was enjoying it. I do think it is all over the place. I do think a lot of things didn't make sense, like, Chucky taking pictures and like in front of Lexi's face with the flash. I'm like, bro, like you don't see that.
I actually, again, okay, I was gonna say I just like Chucky doing it because I think, like, to me that was more so like what can it be? Like I feel like when he was doing it right in her face, I'm like, he has to be doing this for a reason. I don't know.
Yeah. I do like the callbacks a little bit, like the death of that sister in the beginning with a heart attack. I thought that was a callback to Child's Play 3 when he gave that guy a heart attack and he goes, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!"
Yeah, he was upset.
I thought that was funny. I don't like the Catholic, school. I don't like that they're heavy on that. I don't like what you call it, Gigi's, story and Tiffany's like Nika whole thing. Like I didn't like that. Definitely all over the place.
That hospital scene where they kill a cop was stupid.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate that.
That was the dumbest scene ever. He just like, oh, it's you. Yeah. Just let me just stay here.
I think I agree with you when you say that we didn't get anything from like Tiffany's doll. I like they do like a reveal and she ends up dying from getting hit by a truck. Story was, there was story, but it wasn't concrete story that you can follow. It made it a little bit difficult for people. Again, I did enjoy it though, but my final rating was probably like a 5 out of 10. If they do make another season, the fan in me is obviously going to continue it. But I wouldn't probably be as crazy. But again, I appreciate Don Mancini and everything he's done. I like his creative ways. I love Chucky, and good job, Don.
I'm not gonna say good job. I think it was a huge drop in quality in comparison to season 1. I liked pretty much any time that Chucky was on screen. I did appreciate him breaking the fourth wall. I like majority of the kills, except pretty much anything that Tiffany did. In terms of the story,
she wasn't all bad though. She really wasn't.
No, I mean I don't think she's bad. I just think the story that they're giving her is bad. I don't like the setting. I don't like Lexi's storyline. Don't really like Jake or the other guy's storyline. I don't like Andy being alive all of a sudden. I don't like Kyle being alive all of a sudden. Like, one thing is to bring Andy back, but to bring both of them back is a cop out. I don't like the. I was fine with the first reveal of him being inside the therapist. Fine, you don't want him to die, but then don't go ahead and kill him just to bring him back again. In the Tiffany doll, that reveal makes no sense. But even with that being said, I don't like it. Like, even if it did make sense, I still wouldn't like it. Even if there was like an explanation in that moment, just because it was redundant to kill him, bring him back, kill him, bring him back. I don't like Caroline being evil, even though you could see it coming from a mile away. I think this first season did a better job at the story. Period. You didn't know what was going on. There was a
Right.
mystery to it, and then by the time you got to the end, and there was this big reveal, it had that moment where Chucky was singing, which I to this day is gonna be a moment that I will never forget. I like all the cameos and the little what is it like he does the when he comes out of the toilet in season one. There's a lot of
Right.
moments
Right.
like that where
Right.
where it's like Easter eggs to other movies.
Yep. Yep.
Um, I think he should have kept that going in this season, and yeah, I think because of all of that, I would give it a 4 out of 10. Like
Mm.
I don't like this movie. I mean, don't like this season. I
Yeah.
can like 5 would be like if I said it was okay. This is like bad. I would
Yeah.
say this is bad. I'm actually surprised majority of the audience, or at least I'm surprised that it was trending on Twitter saying
Mm.
renew Chucky. Um,
Yeah.
it shows you that Chucky definitely has a following. And I think what it is the character. I think 100% the character is what drives the show. At this point, you're
He's
not
funny,
really
man.
you're not watching a Child's Play movie, which makes sense, right? I don't think Jake is the protagonist of the show. I think Chucky is the protagonist of the show, and I think they should focus on that moving forward if they're going to do that. Because I think that's what's
Hence
gonna
the name of
what
the show.
exactly, and I think that's where the success is going to be. I don't think the success is following the kids. I think you've done what you've already done with them. I don't think there's anything else you need to do. Like at this point, if you haven't killed them, it's because you don't want to, and like everybody has plot armor. So like I don't see the point in bringing them back. I really don't see the point continuing with them. He's gonna hunt them down just to do another season where he kills everybody but them. Um, I guess you have Lexi looking for her sister, and that could be interesting to a certain degree. But then if you're gonna do that, where does Gigi being in London stand? What does that have to do with anything? Are they gonna come back?
Mm.
And then again, Brad Dourif's daughter, great job. I don't remember her name. I apologize, but she's a great actress. And when you saw her in season one,
Fiona. Fiona.
yeah, Fiona Dourif, and when you saw her in season one, you get the reveal that basically she's playing the younger Charles Lee Ray. I thought she did a great job. I think she's a great actress, but I
Yeah.
think they're really holding her back by her being in a wheelchair. To be honest, her being in a wheelchair, having no
Yeah.
limbs, and not doing much. Like I think that was a big mistake. I think putting her in that state was a big mistake. But with that being said, I would probably say like I'm done with this. I don't know if I want to watch this again. Like any more of this.
I
If they
think
make a movie, I'll watch it. But shows, I don't know if I can.
I think you make a lot of great points that you obviously backed it up. I do think it's a little harsh to say I'm just done after one season because tell
it's
me,
two
tell me,
seasons though.
no, the season one was a success, right?
Yeah, season two
What
was
I'm
a
trying to say is,
success.
I think it's a little bit harsh to say,
After
oh,
after
season
one
two was
bad
terrible.
season.
I'm not going to stop here. No, I don't want to judge off just one season because, like I said, there's a lot of things I do enjoy here. Even though it's bad, it's good bad. Like it makes sense. Trust me. And he did obviously. They try to bring these attentions, these real life problems to the world. You know, with obviously like the gay, element there and the drug element there and like the unable to
Yeah,
talk to your parents there. But I think the success would be, I agree with you to obviously surround it a little bit more around Chucky. Um, but
none of this nonsense of episode about Tiffany. No, we don't need
no
that.
more of that. I agree
No,
with that. No more of
no.
that. However, I do think that you're not going to have success if you do head in a different direction with the story. Because the way you ended season two with these kids bringing the teacher back, all that stuff, and then for what? What's the payoff? You know what I'm saying?
I know, but
Caroline being able.
there wasn't much of a payoff to the entirety of season one either. So like,
No, there was.
what was the payoff of all the dolls and everything? Like there was no
Chucky
payoff.
I know, not well. That wasn't a payoff. That was more of leading up to a story. Um, but yeah, we said
I would like them to explore. This is gonna be very controversial. I would like them to explore what would happen if like more people knew that Chucky was real. Like this denial. Like
Mhm.
you had Lexi's mom. Like she didn't believe it. Like I wanted her to. I didn't want Lexi's mom to die. I wanted her to finally believe her daughter and like see Chucky. Maybe
Mhm.
see Chucky kill somebody else, and maybe start that whole conversation again, and then because
Mhm.
clearly people know, like there's people in the world that know whether it's that family from like last season who got the Chucky doll that Andy went to go hunt. But like clearly people know it's just not. I don't know. Maybe they can explore something there. I don't know.
Maybe.
I just think
I did predict the Mayor Michelle's death once they met up in the at the Christmas table.
yeah,
I
that was
knew it. I
awkward
was
as
like,
fuck too. They just
yeah, it was
they weren't
awkward, but
invited. They weren't
yeah.
invited. They just showed up.
I would
And,
not want to be there, but
yeah.
yeah, that's Chucky, everyone. That's season two. Please let us know what you think, what your thoughts are. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did we miss? And yeah, what would you like to see Chucky going forward? Moving on from Chucky, I did want to talk to you, Tom Cruise, about some things that obviously are in the horror world that are a little bit new, trailers for such, stories for such, and also ask you if there's anything else you want to talk about.
There is something that I wanted to talk about. So, I mean, I'm sure it's all over the internet. We briefly spoke about this. If
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong. We spoke about this early on. Maybe I don't know if it was earlier this particular season. We spoke about Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes. So
I don't know if it was this season. I gotta see.
it might have been early last season. So sorry, late last season.
Yeah.
Correct. It might have been late last season where
We did the Nev Campbell episode. I think we talked about her not being in Scream, and then we talked about Wednesday. Yeah.
correct.
Right.
Yeah. So I've actually completely watched the show, but I know you haven't seen it, so I can't talk about it too much.
Right.
All I'll say is Jenna Ortega does a great job, but I mean that's not surprising. We've seen her in Scream and a couple other things. She was in X. She killed it in X. She was in Scream. She killed it in Scream. Not surprised. She's becoming a bit of a horror. What is it? A
Scream Queen.
to a certain degree. Even though this is like a completely different role, right? Like this is not a Scream Queen, right? This is not a Final Girl. This is different.
Yeah. Yep.
This is different. But she does a great job.
Wednesday, really popular right now. Like we've talked about how Netflix is doing their thing. Very popular right now. Had stream hours of, was it 341 or 314? I think I have them a little bit switched. Million hours viewed in 1 week, which surpassed Stranger Things season 4 record, which is huge. That's that's outstanding number.
They haven't gone ahead and confirmed the season 2, but I think that's as close as you're gonna get to an announcement. I think like it broke a record. I think that's a guarantee season 2.
Right. I think those are great numbers. I'll be honest with you. I was going to get to it at a point. I wasn't very interested like that. I'll be honest with you. I know the Addams Family obviously, but I didn't know what Wednesday was going to be about. And I was like, all right, whatever. But I'm intrigued. I want to watch it. I want to watch it ASAP, and I want to see what it's about. Obviously you can't spoil much right now. I do have a question for you because I did read the synopsis on Netflix. It says that she's trying to uncover a mystery or something like that, or a death or something like that. Is it as good as it sounds?
It's really good. I'll say that. If I were to give a full review, there's one thing that I wasn't too much of a fan of. But besides that, I think it's a modern day take on Wednesday, and they do a great job. All the actors do a great job. Just keep in mind that you're watching a character from the Addams family. I would say that. I would say keep that in mind. You know, suspense of disbelief. You're watching an Addams family character, because it does have that sort of element from the Addams family. And I think if you're looking for something, you know, to be like super realistic, you're not gonna get that from a character from, you know, it wouldn't be true to the source material.
Right.
Let's just be honest here.
Absolutely.
With that being said, I really enjoyed it, and again, I think it's a guaranteed season 2, so I'm excited to see what they do moving forward.
I think Netflix with those numbers are not going to give that up. No way.
I think it even has more potential for season 2, but we can talk about that if we come back to this.
Everybody, Wednesday streaming on Netflix. Go ahead and watch. All episodes are there. I know I will. I wanted to talk about these freaking movie trailers that I've been seeing on my Twitter feed and online. Number one, we have The Mean One. I don't know if you've seen the trailer to this.
I have not seen the trailer to The Mean One.
I'm going to read you the synopsis, and you're going to know which movie this is right away. Ready?
I feel like it sounds very familiar already.
Yeah. In a sleepy mountain town, Sydney has her parents murdered and her Christmas stolen by a bloodthirsty green figure in a red Santa suit. The
Oh,
main one.
it's a Grinch movie.
The
It's
Grinch.
what
I mean, they don't
it's
say it. I don't know what's the reason. Maybe copyright or
yeah, probably,
copyrights or whatever it is.
but it's that sort of thing where like they did the Winnie the Pooh horror movie, and this is like
Exactly. It's like an indie film.
yeah, they're taking a known story and making it super dark.
Right, and it's like they're kind of and they are making
The
it
mean,
known. If you see the
but the
trailer, they
mean
make
one,
it
get it,
known.
like the mean one, Mr.
Yeah,
Grinch. Yeah,
and they make it known if you watch the trailer that it's in a, it's like Whoville, without actually
Yep.
calling it Whoville and all that stuff. Here's what I saw because I was doing some research on it. David Howard Thornton, the guy who obviously plays Art the Clown,
yeah, Art the Clown from Terrifier.
is playing the mean one. Like,
So I guess we want to see how he performs. I mean, that's intriguing for sure.
That is wild. That is absolutely wild. I would
That's
like
the
if,
that's
Go ahead.
that's a reason why I would check it out. Like if
I
they should
mean,
definitely advertise that if they haven't already. Like just say like he's playing that character because that's a reason why I would watch it.
yeah. So that is that. Where I look forward to that. And then I saw this other trailer. I forgot what the title is even called. I just thought it was so ridiculous about a fucking bear that snorts
I saw
all
this.
this cocaine.
It's called Cocaine Bear or something like that. It's called something ridiculous like that. It's
What
really
is
called
this,
something
man?
like that. Yeah, but
Like,
they
what,
were like
what are we
making fun of
doing
it.
right now? Like,
Yeah, but that's not even a horror movie though. That's just ridiculous at that. I don't know what
a bear going around killing people. That's
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, that's all I have for now.
I did have one last subject that I want to talk about. I know you're not a big fan because you haven't watched the TV shows that I've told you to watch, aka The Haunting of Hill House.
Okay.
But I don't know if you heard. I was watching The Midnight Club, and I spoke about this a while ago, right?
I know what you're going to talk about. I read this.
So, yes. So Mike Flanagan has signed a deal with Amazon, meaning any TV shows that he was making on Netflix are officially canceled. He cannot make a season 2 because Netflix owns them. So no season 2 for The Midnight Club, which I guess I'm okay with. It was interesting to a certain degree, but as we got towards the end, I was more so like over it. But with that being said, that was based on source material. That was based on a book. I'm a big fan of The Haunting of Bly Manor and The Haunting of Hill House, which I've been trying to get Mr. S here to watch for a while. So I'm excited, I guess, to see what he does now, since he generally just makes horror content. So yeah, there's that. If you guys seen it, Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, and I know you started Midnight Mass, and I think that was your mistake. You should have started with The Haunting of Hill House. But
I mean, if it's better, I'll watch it. Midnight Mass started to bore me.
no, because Midnight Mass is a religious thing.
I told you, I'm not really
try The Haunting of Hill House.
Okay.
Trust me.
Another thing I wanted to mention real quick. Blah 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 blah. A picture was released of Scream 6, Scream
2 pictures.
Scream 2. Two pictures. I saw one picture. What picture did you see?
I sent you the other one. Did you see the one with Ghostface with a shotgun in his hand?
No, you did not send me this.
I did. Check Twitter right now. I send it to you.
Oh,
there's a picture. There's a picture of Ghostface holding a shotgun in the supermarket in the same setting as the first picture where you see everybody in the supermarket.
Dude, I didn't get anything from you.
It was a while ago. It was when you sent me when I sent you the last one. I sent you.
That's wild. That's wild. Whatever. That's wild. There's another picture. The one that I'm talking about is the one that I had sent you with the group together. People are rumoring that people are saying that it's a shot from the trailer. The trailer should be releasing soon. They're saying by the end of the new year. I don't know if this is true or not.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I mean, at this point, we're what 2 months away, 3 months away.
3 months away.
I'm surprised
cool.
we don't have a teaser yet.
I saw Kirby there. I think Kirby looks a little bit.
That's what I got from the picture. It was like like the first review of Kirby with the rest of the cast.
Screenings went out. Screenings went out for Scream 6 or Scream 2, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not gonna spoil anything. I didn't see anything either. You know me, I like to mute the words. I don't want to know what's happening before it happens. But I do know that Kirby has decided to join like the police force. I think she might be in like FBI agent to try to, I guess, get over her past. I don't know. I don't like screenings.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either.
It has to be to the right people. Like they really do. I don't
Do me a
believe
favor.
people. I don't
I,
believe anyone though.
I want to get a live reaction here. Can you open Twitter right now? Open Twitter right
Okay, live reaction right now.
now. Live reaction.
Thomas Cruz sent me a. Where is this legit?
Yeah, it's legit. Bro, he's in New York, bro. He's in New York. You gotta have a gun, bro.
This I want to see. I really want to see. I really want to see how Ghostface is going to be in New York. I mean, we're going away from Woodsboro. Obviously, we're following the students. I guess they're going to college or something in New York City, and like people have like made like posters with him, like a Statue of Liberty. Cool, I like it. I got to see how this is going to be, man. I really do. I think Gail Weathers plays a huge role here because her show's in New York, but I gotta see. How this is going to be.
No, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I have no idea what they're gonna do now.
I like it. I'm for it. Yeah. That's pretty much all that we have this week. Tom, you have anything else to add?
No, that's it. I know there was a new horror game that just dropped by
The Devil in Me. Yes, I wanted to mention that. Yes.
No,
so
not the Devil in Me. I am not talking about the Devil in Me. I am talking about the Callisto Protocol, actually. But the Devil in Me, we spoke about the Devil in Me, did we?
Yes,
not?
it came out. I haven't played it. My brother has played it. He said it was really good. He said it was better than the Quarry, and I mean, he said the Quarry was really good too. But he did say that this one was a little bit better. I do want to play it, and it's like a mystery. I guess there's like a killer going around, and I think it's very fun. I think it would be very.
I have to go around and I have to go back and do all of those because I have all of those games and I have not played them.
I know.
However, I know we spoke about briefly before that they're making a Death Space remake.
Yes.
Now, one of the creators of Death Space, also that's no longer with the studio, decided to make his own game, which is like heavily influenced by Death Space, obviously, but it's his own thing, so it can't plagiarize his own content. And the game is called the Callisto Protocol, and it came out, I believe, yesterday. It looks very interesting. I'm gonna give it a shot. I know my brother was pinging me. He was like, "This looks really, really good. This looks really, really good." I gotta give it a shot. The game looks really good. So it's a whole sci-fi alien vibe, space, crazy guns, crazy monsters, sort of thing.
Oh, nice. Oh, Josh,
You know him, yeah,
Duhamel is
the
in this?
actor. Yeah, and the girl from The Boys, one of the actresses from The Boys.
Karen Fukuhara.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's pretty much it.
Awesome. You want to sign us off?
Yes. Follow us on Twitter at That Terrific. Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram at Well That Terrific. Because if you don't,
Well, that's horrific. Thank you, everybody. Peace.